Enough is enough. There are too many people getting injured training. There's a more than likely chance that either you've been injured training, you know somebody who has, or you're legitimately concerned about it happening. So, are you going to roll the dice with your workout, or would you rather learn how professional level athletes avoid this while still being in the best shape of their lives? Then let's talk about your personal fitness education. If you're serious about getting fit and you don't want to get injured doing it, then you need to take the right steps at the right time. Personal fitness education is about showing you the exact steps you need to take to avoid injury or resolve the ones you have and build a healthy, strong, and athletic body. The truth is, the best athletes in the world cannot afford to get injured training. It ruins careers and costs tons of money. So as coaches and trainers at that level, we've learned how to balance it all out. Listen to me. You can be in the best shape of your life without risking injury. That said, you're probably innately aware that it can be very hard to find a highly trained personal trainer. The unfortunate reality about the fitness industry, especially in North America, is that it's full of experts whose only true expertise is sounding like an expert. Why am I so passionate about this? In 1998, I was in seriously good shape. It was also the beginning of my career in health and fitness. With growing confidence and hard work, a few years later I achieved what was my dream job at the time as a head conditioning coach and athletic therapist at a university. Then it happened. A moment that would define my life's passion. I blew my back out. In retrospect, there were signs. But I thought, like millions of others, that the occasional back pain was sports or age-related. I believed that my training would eventually get me past those nagging issues. I was wrong. In fact, it would be the training that I was following that would lead me to blow my disc out so bad that it would push my spinal cord out its protective space, causing excruciating pain and stopping my training in its tracks. I didn't heed the warning signs because I was led to believe, as I'm sure you have been, that being fit would protect me. It was total BS. What I learned as a result would not only set me free, but also lead me to a career in helping people get into the best shape of their lives and ultimately avoid what I went through. My name is Greg Lothian, and I've been an athletic therapist for over 2 decades. My job is to get people back to the highest level of fitness and performance that they want and simultaneously resolve injuries and pain. I can tell you without a doubt that the highest performing athletic therapists and conditioning coaches in the world do not train their athletes the way the fitness world is training you. Let me show you what I call the fitness stages timeline. At the far left are people who are in extreme pain. At the far right are high performance athletes who are pain-free. I'm sure we can agree that we're all somewhere on this timeline. If you want to break free from the cycle that you're stuck in, then you need to know where you are on this timeline and the steps you need to take to get to where you want to be. So let's define this timeline a little better. This box represents the injury rehabilitation industry. When you progress past this line, you aren't necessarily pain-free, but the pain you have doesn't really justify paying for therapy anymore. At this point, most of us feel that the next step is getting fit again. But wait. This box represents the fitness industry. It starts when you're training on a regular basis, but there are 2 keys you absolutely need to enter this zone safely. 1, you need to know how to train properly. And 2, you need to be pain-free. This is what I call the gray zone. Everyone who's at risk for injury is in this zone. So who's really at risk for injury? Those of you who have pain now or were injured in the past, people who have less than perfect technique, or simply have never been taught how to train properly are at risk. Ask yourself, are you in the gray zone? This is what the population distribution looks like. Most people are. If you're anything like I was, then being in the gray zone is not only limiting you more than you think it is, but it could stop your training in its tracks. Maybe it already has. If you're trying to get in the best shape of your life, but you're in the gray zone, then let me ask you a question. Are you going to ignore the warning signs? Or maybe a better question is, are you willing to accept the consequences? Whatever the case may be, I'm going to guess that you would like nothing more than to have a healthy, strong, athletic body that is injury-free. I've spent my career teaching people how to do just that. One of my toughest clients, of course, was me. And now I live, train, work, and enjoy an active life, and a pain-free life without ever having had surgery, and I don't rely on medication in any way. So what have I learned since my injury? I learned how to train properly, and I figured out how to correct the imbalances in my body. I want to help you cut through the bullshit and empower you to take control of your fitness forever. What happened to me and continues to happen to millions of people every day is simple. If you're in the gray zone and you're training as if you're in the fitness zone, then you're at high risk for injury. I was training on a regular basis as if I was in the fitness zone because, to be honest, I didn't know any better. But I was in the gray zone and I got injured and I got kicked all the way back down to here. My mission is to help you avoid this and empower you to get as fit as you want to be. If this resonates with you, then sign up for your personal fitness education. It's a free resource designed for two purposes. You need to know where you are on the fitness stages timeline. Then you need a template to get to where you want to be. Do yourself a favor. Start your personal fitness education before you do something wrong.